Okay. Does anybody want to play Monster of the Week
Nah.
Space Edition? Oh
no.
Yeah. Mhm.
What?
Space Monster of the Week.
Win, what do you want to play?
I want to play Monster Week.
I guess I got code names and
Can we translate Monster Week back to Impulse Drive?
Yeah, there you go.
And then maybe we'll come back to Monster of the Week through 4 translations. It'll work. It'll totally work. You know what? Why don't we just put it all into 5e? I'm sure it'll. 5e can handle it.
Have you put
5e
like
Monster of the Week Impulse Drive? No glitches.
No problem.
have you ever done that thing where you put like whole sentences into a translator and then translated it back and forth over and over and over again?
Yep.
And it ends up like, that's
what
your
I
X copy
expected.
that's just
Yep.
more and more
That's the fun part.
unintelligible.
Yeah, that's about probably what
I feel like that's where you're trying to take us.
You got me.
I'm just trying to steer back towards Monster of the Week.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. But previously, yes, we did establish that we have now moved on to Monster of the Week. More importantly, you guys found yourself kind of tumbling out of the wormhole or whatever towards Gary's truck stop, space truck stop. And you righted yourself. You got everything going. And then you came to the quick realization that Gary's truck stop in space was not behaving as normal. You weren't getting comms off the station. You were kind of left, not adrift, so to speak, but they weren't responding. No comms, lights out. After some probing, you realize that some of the modules were being used, what appeared to be for nefarious purposes. Specifically, some hooded, space-suited figures were, excuse me, had stolen a bunch of equipment from the ships, cannibalized some of the ship's parts that were docked at the station, and collected them in the maintenance hangar, one of the maintenance bays at the station. You also noticed on the internal cams, I think you were able to tap into those if I remember. You saw that they were creating some kind of like portal. And on more thorough investigation, you realize these guys were void followers. So this kind of cult trying to bring forth what they feel is otherworldly spirits and gods and things like that. They've spent way too much time kind of peering into the void, staring into the void on purpose, and madness has kind of taken them, and they want to bring the void upon the universe itself. And most people feel this is a bad idea. So you guys then were attacked by them. They used the ships that were docked as their own projectiles of sorts with what minimal maneuvering they had. They tried to just throw them at you as blunt objects. You shot them down and then proceeded to shoot the rest of them as they were docked. You then went further to investigate. And you opened the hatch. You talked to Gary, who was in his panic room module. He told you they showed up a few days ago. Everything seemed okay, and then he woke up in his own hangar seeing them do all this stuff. He made his way out to his panic room, but they had shut down comms, leaving you in the situation you guys are in now. Shortly after that, you encountered some of those guys that were hooded, and you proceeded to shoot them, which you succeeded greatly on. But they didn't really bleed, and they didn't really die like people would have died. The suits crumpled, almost deflated, if you will. Gas left, this kind of viscous gas left the suits through the bullet holes that you left, and seeped their way through the seals back into the ship, into the station, leaving you guys here at the kind of dock, airlock. Having just witnessed this, the camera would come back. It would come down on you guys probably just after the previously on recap, and show you guys just kind of all staring together. I believe you were all together, right? In the scene, at least. At the hatch.
Yeah, I think
Think
so.
so, yeah.
Yeah.
We all came over.
So the camera would settle on you four, having just witnessed this happen, this gaseous stuff seep out of the these spacesuits. Lights are kind of flickering in the room. It's clearly stuff has been jostled since you blew up a bunch of the ships, and they kind of went careening a bit. Lights are flickering, stuff like that. It's also pretty dark because the light is flickering and it's not creating a lot of light.
Wynn is gonna look at Ditch, find out if he can make, and he's not gonna use the term vacuum, but basically describe a vacuum. And
Sounds like you're describing a vacuum.
Into a canister.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can make a vacuum.
What are you trying to, I'm confused. You're in a vacuum as far as I know.
I think we're making a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
Oh,
Something to pull air through a tube into a chamber and seal the chamber so that we can catch these gaseous things.
I think that would be, but I need to think about this for a moment and clarify some things in my brain by asking the
sure, go for it.
keeper stuff. How did they seep out of the suits? Through the bullet holes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And they seeped through the seals on the door?
Yes.
Is there any reason to think, or if I don't know if I want to go investigate it, if that door is pressure sealed right now and they went through a pressure sealed door?
Is there any way to know? Sure. You could probably check.
Yeah. Because that's scarier than just going through a closed door.
Yeah, I kind of assumed it was a closed door.
Because then there's like nothing to stop them.
Yeah.
Ever.
Go ahead and investigate, mister.
Okay.
I should probably pull up dice. Huge success. As you kind of investigate the door and look at the hatch itself, it's clear that it did not have a firm seal, that they probably made it through that way. It seems like it's been kind of dislodged and damaged from all the exploding from the other ships and all the ruckus that happened. Leaving the room on the other side also in a vacuum.
Okay, everyone, I think we're okay. There's some good news. They did not disapparate through a solid structure at a molecular level.
Awesome.
Or atomic level, plus potentially. So I think I can make the vacuum storage container, which will We could suck them up, and we know they probably can't get in through our vac suits. Unless we open up. Is there any sign of any people, parts, remains in those vac suits?
Oh, in the suits? No. Also,
Yeah,
no
okay.
in the room.
Okay.
I don't know if that's weirder or less weird.
You know, I was worried there'd be remains or something that they
Yeah.
took over a body, then decayed it to powdery smoke. I think I could probably just head back to my workshop and I could make like colloquially they were known like this back in the olden times, like a leaf blower that could both
Back
blow
when
and
they
suck.
had trees.
Back when there were trees and grass, yeah. But I could create a machine that would suck them in or push them away potentially by just reversing it.
Okay.
Because I
Sounds
don't
good.
think our weapons will be very effective.
Doesn't
Okay.
seem like it.
Not the projectiles, anyway.
Oh, it did crumple them. You're not attacking us anymore.
True. That is true. They did just
Still
leave.
less effective, though.
Mm-hmm. So we can kill their suits, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be in a room with one of these things if it comes at us instead of leaving.
No. Which reminds me, I forget, what room is this? Did we come into the dining hall?
No, this is like a juncture, like a terminal where.
Oh, okay.
So you're think more of the end of a terminal at an airport, because it's the truck stop. Basically, the ships would dock here, come down this long corridor. Passengers and otherwise would come this long corridor, and where you guys are now at this kind of juncture.
Is it technically an airlock, or works like an airlock?
It did.
somewhere else?
Yes.
It can.
Yes.
Okay.
Ross, what are you doing?
Ross is there. Just watching to make sure nothing reconstitutes itself. Kind of trying to digest what just happened.
Okay.
Because they don't want any more people inside them because he's full.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I heard I don't want any more people inside him.
Well,
because he's full.
Ross he's full of nanites. They don't want any more intrusiveness.
Oh, okay.
So, just making sure whatever it is, if it reappears, he's going to scream for Ditch to get ye old leaf blower going.
When you said you were doing what again? You were just checking the.
It's eyeballing because they dissipated, and they are looking to make sure that the gaseous forms don't return, and they're just keeping watch. Because pretty much Russ is useless right now.
Okay. Sorry, Win, what were you doing? I thought you said something when you first came in.
I just had suggested to ask Ditch about basically making a leaf blower or a vacuum.
Oh, right. No. Okay. Amy?
Well, it sounds like Ditch wants to go back to
Okay.
the
Perfect.
work, so I was gonna.
There's
go
nothing
back
impeding
with
you
him.
guys from just directly returning to the ship. To the oh my god, sweetie, what the hell?
You guys could continue on. I'll go back and make this and then meet up with you if you want.
All right, you've got a gun or something, right?
Who, me? Yeah.
Yeah, so
I pat my little laser gun.
all right. You're
all
fine.
set.
My paw gave me that one. Okay. Yeah, no, there's nothing impeding you, Ditch, from returning to the. Oh my God, sweetie. It is going to cost you time, of course. So while you are,
I have like a piece of chalk, and I tell Ditch that I'll mark the walls so he knows where we turn.
the wall didn't attack me.
Okay, thanks. That'll be good. In case my scanner that tracks you all doesn't work. But it's
No,
good
you
to have
mark X on the
redundancies.
door like it's safe or clear, right? Or whatever.
Oh,
I thought you
that's
said
not what I was
arrows.
thinking. I was thinking for just a mark so he knew what direction we went.
That makes sense too. Okay.
Thanks, Win.
I guess I didn't realize he had a scanner though.
I don't know.
I didn't realize you had a scanner either. That was
I've also
slipping it
He
in.
kind of looks at him and goes,
Yeah.
I jerry rigged it.
No,
I became
I don't know
prepared.
if I have
Wink,
the
wink.
scanner. So far, I've only talked Michael into the laser gun and my being able to walk around with my lore library.
I have a narrative scanner.
Narratively appropriate gear.
I have narrative.
Like
yes,
a tricorder.
Exactly.
It's just it.
Yeah. Mine's called a monocorder or unicorder because it only does one thing so far, but it's going to do more when I make it do more.
The bike
No, I
order.
don't know.
That's coming next. You're
Yeah,
gonna
it
get
will
that
be a
second
bike
function in there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So yeah, while you're Ditch, while you're EVAing or whatever, going back to the ship, space suiting back to the ship. The three of you remaining, Ross, do you stay back too? Or, I mean, are you all staying or do any of you leave with Ditch? I guess I should ask.
No, I mean, Ditch has a gun. He seems all right and like fine.
Mm-hmm. He has a laser pistol.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you just gotta puncture the suit.
Okay.
Yeah.
This whole void situation seems pretty dire, so we should probably find a place to get access to the power stuff so as we can cut it off.
Yes, we should.
What is that?
That's my guess at the moment.
Did we get a map from Gary by any chance?
There's little maps on the wall, you know.
I mean, there was yes. Ultimately, that like I do again. Think airport. This is a truck stop. Think of like,
Yeah, I wouldn't expect them to have like the maintenance room and
oh, you know, like more of a schematics level.
the utility closet for having the power. Like, yeah,
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't think he would hide that. It may have come over in the packages of door key, door codes.
Yep.
I don't see anything particularly wrong with that. But Amy, you are also 100% correct. You would see kiosk-like things that point you into locations, and there would be probably color-coordinated stripes that lead to certain areas of the facility. Gary's is a full service operation, so
Yeah.
this isn't just some fly by night operation. He's got, apparently I hiccuped there as a human being, operation where no, there's lots of stuff going on here. There traditionally or normally would be lots of stuff going on here. It seems a little creepy right now.
Mm-hmm.
Are they looking for anything in particular,
like
Win?
in the food court or something, and we're just gonna.
No, I was looking for power, like power junctions and stuff that wouldn't be the normal map for everybody to see.
Sure, like a Jeffrey Tubes map, like in Star Trek or something like that.
Well, like more access points for where are the breakers, like where can we switch and divert power and stuff like that. That you're not going to just tell everybody.
No, I would say no, but I don't think there's anything stopping you from trying to figure it out in some manner.
Okay.
Is there something you're trying to accomplish? I guess is there like what's the motive?
I guess I thought last time we were trying to divert power from where
Oh,
they
right,
have the
right.
board stuff. So we need to know the nodes to be able to
Absolutely
do that. So that's what I was trying to figure out.
I gotcha. No, that makes perfect sense.
So I wasn't sure if you could get a map from Gary or not.
Yeah, if he can just tell us go this way and then that way.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'd have a map for you per se, but what do you got, Win? What can you? I know my prey. I don't know. Go ahead and try and investigate a mystery. See if you can figure it out. You can walk over to the one of the consoles and see if it will respond to you, and if you could poke around.
How about now?
No. Oh my. Double no. Why'd it roll twice?
Oh. Did it roll twice for? I clicked it twice because it didn't actually do anything for me.
Yeah, sometimes the 3D dice, if it hasn't rolled yet, it
there.
takes a hot second to load the dice.
I gotcha. All right. So we not go the right way.
You go up and it beep, 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 and it just like flickers out and dies because of like damage and stuff. But it tried to give you access. Or not access, but
I look at Amy and be like, "Can you figure this thing out?" And I kind of say it like that old person trying to use technology.
When maybe if you just go around touching electrical things, they'll short out, and that's how you could stop power to the maintenance bay.
I mean, that would work. I don't know.
What do you do? Watching him on some kind of internal cam right now?
I have the
he's monitoring.
Listen to the comms as you travel back.
No. Although we probably have comms open.
Oh yeah.
Is there any open ports? Are there like space
USB plugs?
Space USB plugs or open ports or?
No. There's no like data port in here. That you can recognize.
Hey Ross, can you access their space Wi-Fi?
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking
exactly space Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Well, see, that's the thing. There is no space Wi-Fi right now. Remember, there are no signals coming out of the station, and the space Wi-Fi would definitely been part of that.
I was thinking somehow because I can shapeshift.
Mm-hmm.
I took that move because I did squelchy things with my hand the last time.
Mm-hmm.
So I was wondering if somehow I could get into the panel, get into it, penetrate it, and maybe release a nanite or something. Because how many nanites does Russ have? Like 1 billion nanites floating around his bloodstream and it is all over him?
I mean,
how many?
Billion seems like a lot, but I would say yes.
So let's cut myself and bleed some nanites into this and have them report back to me.
Okay. Do you want to make this kind of a move? Are you trying to translate this into a move? If you are,
yes.
I like the theme of you hurting yourself. I almost want you to take 2 harm as a consequence, or do you think that is too harsh?
I think 2 is definitely a lot.
Yeah. 1 harm is like 2 is like, then I have to dress up for it then if it's 2 harm.
There's more than 3 and you're unstable, right?
Yeah. So if you're saying 2
well,
harm,
1 works.
Okay. Yes.
Or how's this? Make it a roll.
Okay. Well,
Roll
I am
1d20.
tough. Run d20.
tough. Okay.
Or no, I think would this be weird? Because you're weird. You're monstrous.
Yes.
Give this weird.
Weird. All my technology is
If it's a full success, it doesn't take any harm. Partial success, whatever.
I'm all about the weird. That's Russ's.
One harm
Russ.
and full failure means you take 2 harm.
I don't even know my own name. I call myself Russ.
Russ.
I had a long day. I'm really bad. I'm sorry.
It's my alter ego, Russ.
Russ.
Full success doesn't cost you a darn thing.
I'm inside.
Does that work for you? Does that mechanic work for you? Full success, no damage,
Like it.
so on and so forth. Okay.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, Amy, for negotiating on my behalf, Grace. Amy.
Anytime.
So I
Can you
give Simon-
describe, like, you want to cut your hand, like cutting it open and like smushing it into the?
Yeah,
the
if we're gonna be
console?
cinematic about it.
Okay.
You know, in cinema, it's always like they don't just like a little. It's like the thing. You know, you take that knife and you and blood comes out. So, yes, I need a big glop of blood to go.
And then there's this dramatic zoom in when they get the VFX guys in there, and it goes into nano. It goes, you know.
So I take out my
into this
Space
macro
Leather Man
look of-
tool. Yeah, Space Leather Man. And yes, exactly like that.
Sounds weird.
Space Leather Man, Space Leather Man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like-
well, for us, it's appropriate. Space Leather Man. I'll just let that go into vapor.
Space leather man.
For Ross, it's appropriate.
Ross, yes. It's from the Velvet Anvil collection.
Oh no.
yeah.
It works
You shivered
perfectly.
too.
What are you trying to? Let's kind of further explore this move. What is you want to? How does it manifest itself fully? You want
So
to infiltrate the computer system? What do we?
Fully. Well, when Win and everybody's talking about schematics, Ross wants to fully penetrate the computer system as a whole.
Fully penetrate the computer system as a whole.
Not the tip, just. I'm sorry.
How are you spelling "hole" in this sentence?
It's not getting better.
I apologize to the 2 viewers. Your delicate sensibilities. I'm sorry. It's been a long day, and I'm all fired up. When I'm very calm like this, it's worse. The whole system WH. Because I want all the data. So when they go inside, and I just want to, what all the Void is doing, the Void cult of the Void, Ross is thinking, or they probably were involved in the system too, whatever they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Ross is not as smart as everybody with technology, so he's just like more is better. So more information is better. That could be a detriment because maybe he might pop a synapse or something. There's all the data. I want all the data from this station in my head via the nanites. Because I think I don't mean to steal airtime here, but the nanites
Fine, do it.
they're connected to me. So with their nanite space Wi-Fi, when they're out of my body, well, this is a goopy trail. The kind of maybe my blood isn't. It's goopy as a sinuous goopy trail.
Okay, guys, here's what I'm gonna do. And Ross, you're probably gonna hate me for this, but
I
he
hate you anyway.
he slices his hand. You know what? Is it a full hand slice? Are we talking?
Oh,
Or
no,
just like a thumb slice.
It's the thing thumb blood scene. When they take the scalpel and they just go in a thumb.
Ross has volunteered himself as your wireless access point.
Russ is always all in. I am the information.
Amy, and when you get access to the local area network, the the
I
truck
think you
stop
said local
LAN.
area network. I'm like, what game are we playing?
Yeah.
I have a pie in the oven. I gotta go.
What?
I think you said local area network. I'm like, what? What?
Yeah, your LAN, your local area network.
Area. I think you said area.
Area.
I'm like,
Oh no. That is 100% not what we are
I
tapping
know,
into.
no. I was like, what?
Local
Void people.
area.
Sorry. Give it up to 6.
You're killing me. You feel, Ross, a a flow of information through your body, and yeah, you start to act as an antenna, a bit of a wireless access point for Win and Amy. I am going to say that you are currently tethered to the
I dig it.
ship via your thumb at the moment. So
Very
as long as you're there, you guys have access to the station Wi-Fi.
Very existence Cronenberg going thing.
Exactly, and you can
Great
spy on
Yes.
Terrible, but great.
Yes.
giving
sorry.
Amy access to the network if she needs to do some hacking stuff, and Win if you need to do some surveillance-y type stuff. You guys do now have some access to the local network.
Do I have access to like some of the cameras and stuff? Are they still?
I will make it happen.
You sure do. Just like the probe gave you access, Ditch's probe gave you access to the internal surveillance system. Given the codes that Gary offered you guys up, you were able to access the local security system to, yes, definitely check out the cameras. That's my long-winded way of saying yes.
When I'll monitor them and kind of get an idea of where these people suit things are.
What cam do you go to? What is that a particular cam or room module that you're spying on?
I would first check out the room that we know they did the void portal thing in. And then work my way out.
Yeah, the maintenance hangar. As you stare into the, how do you access this? Is this more like an AR? Like what's in your guys' head when you think about this stuff? Like, are you talking about like an augmented reality interface, or do you have like a terminal on your forearm, like a Pip-Boy?
I was more thinking like a terminal, like a screen or something of some sort.
Okay.
Like, almost like the flexible portion of the display of a phone, like is attached to our arm type deal.
I like that low tech kind of hardware tech thing, like green screens and.
Yeah, I didn't know if you guys were thinking more along the lines of like the Fallout Pip-Boy type arm apparatus.
I mean, it could be that too. Like I was trying to not pull that.
This is the old Apple versus Android argument, you know.
Right, like
Wins got the Apple, super smooth, skin tight.
Comes clunky Android. I like analog.
Roll weird for me, Win.
Weird is good.
As you stare into the monitor.
Ooh, okay.
For a moment, you are sucked in. You, even through the monitor, looking into the void, you feel something crawl down your spine. It feels like, not in a literal sense, but you feel something crawl down your spine, kind of behind your eyeballs, and you're basically entranced for a moment until Amy, you reach over and notice he's kind of catatonic, staring into his own arm.
Oh, yeah, I'll shake him.
And yeah, she shakes you back out of it, or she shakes you out of it. When
I do that like involuntary shake, like when you get that chill down your spine that you do, like that. Just,
yeah,
well,
get the goose flesh.
Yeah. Did I get anything from other than that from the camera?
You can well, I mean, what do you, so if you click over to the other monitors, are you looking, so you do see that you did see briefly that there was some activity in that room for sure. There are definitely still things going on in there, and there still seem to be some suited bros. How bro they are or not, you don't know. Seem to be mulling about the room.
Okay. I will note that mentally and then move on to the other cameras.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm trying to figure out like numbers and positions for when we go to move in there. And he might be getting a little nervous about going in there after that too now. The way he got sucked into just staring at it.
I mean, would you have told Amy? I guess would you have told Amy what just happened, or would you just kind of kept that in your pocket and brushed it off?
I'm trying to think if he would fully understand.
Fair enough.
Or just have that feeling of like involuntary fear that you just don't know why. Like it's, you don't know why, but it's there. If she asked, I mean, what happened? I'd be like, I don't know. I saw the void thing, and I just fear. But
maybe it's like with the sun, where you shouldn't look directly at it.
yeah, no, it's definitely seeming that way. Is this the similar feeling we get when we like look out the ship windows into the just darkness?
When you look into the abyss?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it's normal.
I will say that.
I mean,
most of us don't try to look out.
What is normal? Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Perfect. Love it. If you flip around, you would, yes, there is the maintenance hub that you clicked over to immediately. You wanted to see, and yes, they were mulling around. Amy shook you out of it. If you click over, you there's a hibernation, long-term storage, so to speak. If you need to be at the station for a long period of time, like your ship doesn't show up for another couple months, you can just hibernate it off. You can just straight cryo sleep it out. It's cheaper. You can actually, they do have like sleep pods, so you don't have to do that, but it's significantly cheaper for you to cryo for that period of time.
Can we tell if there's anyone in residence?
That's what I'm getting at. As you flick over, you do notice these really faint safety lights blinking when, and it basically shows the entire floor improperly defrosted when power was shunted out and left a dozen dead people in there.
Aw. Okay.
As you click over to the communications room, you notice that it looks like a lot of the equipment has been deliberately sabotaged and potentially inoperable. You'd have to get in there to actually take a look. Not sure if there's any. Are there any? There's also like a hydroponics garden that is, used by patrons and the station itself for creating clean air and all that other fancy bullshit. And it does appear that they have left a bunch of bodies kind of in the dirt garden area there. Yeah. You believe you have found the rest of the people.
All right. So we found okay. So there are no survivors other than Gary.
Very likely, yes.
Okay. I will relay that information. Did I find where like the power junction would be? Did I see that?
Oh, right. That's what we were doing. Are you? You're trying to shut off, right? You're trying to shut off power to the hub, or sorry, the maintenance hub.
Yeah.
Where their little their void portal is being generated. Yes. I would say that you'll have to make it into the those rooms I mentioned: the hydroponics garden, the hibernation chamber, and the communications control room. You'll have to get into each one of those to basically do a power reroute. All three of the power lines through tertiary, like backup lines, all have to be shut off, or they don't. Obviously, it doesn't stop. Right? They're backup lines. You have to get all the backups. The main line goes through communication, and the other two go through hydroponics and the hibernation. The cryo room. Amy, what are you up to?
Sorry, is Gary's room like separate from that main power structure though, because it's
Yes.
an independent panic room, right? So then
Yeah.
all we really have to do is just take down all of the power completely for long enough, and then get in there with our leaf blower and blow them out an airlock. Right? Is that the main plan now? I feel like it's a good one. I feel like everyone's just not respond. Ah.
Yep. Blow them out of that space them. Always down.
Space them. Always down to space them. Okay.
Because we can catch some of them up in a canister, and we can space all the other ones and get rid of the whole void problem.
Void the void.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's avoid the void.
If they're gas though, will it matter?
Well, as long as they're gas that can be contained, then they're gas that we can get out of the station, and I think that's all that we really need to accomplish. I don't know. What do you guys
Can't
think?
hurt to try.
Can't hurt to try.
I say we give it a try.
How do we know if we've sucked up a whole one or not? Where does one end?
We just got an arm's worth of ghosty shit. I don't know.
Did they seem to have any form when they were flying off there?
Not that you could discern. They were very amorphous, blobby.
Okay.
Did they have like any color to the smoke or blob?
Yeah, I believe I described it as this.
Green?
Yeah, like viscous, smoky color. Yeah, that's
Okay.
helpful. I know.
I pictured gray.
That works. In my head, it's like the smoke monster from Lost, but much smaller scale.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
I'm looking it up because I've never seen it.
You've never seen the Lost smoke monster?
No.
Don't worry, they never explain it, and they bring it up in literally the first freaking episode. But hey.
I would say that was another one that I'd never seen. It was Lost.
Yeah.
I made it through 4 or 5 episodes. Once I realized that it was getting weird and the monsters weren't actually real or something like that, or I wasn't interested anymore. They weren't Godzilla.
Well,
I
I mean,
wanted Godzilla.
Lost gets a lot of shit, but to give Lost credit, I think it was kind of ahead of its time. It was really, it's more of a binge show than it is a weekly, because the storylines are complicated. And what's going on, you would easily forget week to week. So to try and watch it as it airs, and more importantly, to try and watch it every week as it airs, is monumentally difficult. And so if you miss an episode, it's absolute nonsense at that point. You're like, what the fuck is going on?
Mm-hmm.
So,
But then it has its own issues when you do try to binge it. Because I agree with everything you just said, but it does have its issues when you try and binge it, because there are inconsistencies that stand out more. And also when people say their catchphrases too much, it drives you crazy. Like, don't tell me what to do. Oh.
Anyway. So, I'll do a little narrative on you guys. I'll use a keeper move, although I'm not supposed to announce that. But we're just gonna come back after commercial. It's gonna make this reversey slurpy noise as you pull your thumb away from the panel, Ross, and you guys lose Wi-Fi signal, station Wi-Fi, Amy and Win. Ross, you are currently on the ship jerry rigging.
Ditch. The ship.
I said Ross tonight. Yes, ditch. You're currently on the ship.
Crafting, not jury
crafting. Is that a different move?
I don't have jury rigging anymore.
Well, does it translate, and is that something we should think about as we kind of adapt?
Yes, it does, because I have a workshop with my Haven.
Okay.
I also have an armory.
Okay.
That the armory is an actual role. Will I make that appear? How do I make it appear in this?
You can just roll it, then we can ignore it.
I don't even think I can roll that one.
I can just pull it up.
Or the workshop basically is very general. I can make things. You tell me how long it's going to take and what I need. The armory is like, oh, do you happen to have this kind of specific weapon? Roll to see if you have it. And then I also have preparedness, which is needing something unusual or rare. That one I can put out there.
Oof.
Kind of preparedness. They're all kind of like similar to jury rig. In various ways. But specifically for this thing, it's kind of, I was going for that armory or the workshop. Haven workshop.
I deeply apologize, Ditch, but I know we just came back from commercial, but I'm in a pay room. Be back in 2 minutes. I'm so sorry.
I'll come up with more bullshit things.
There you go.
Try to
Perfect.
Get past you. Where'd Brian go? That's weird.
Hi. I'm just
Lost.
Getting a snack.
Oh, okay.
I ate very early and I'm hungry.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Oh boy. How about if I turn on some lights?
What is the snack going to be?
I don't know. I have a plethora. I thought I had chips, but I don't have chips. I have to go upstairs to get my potato chip fix. Oh no. Oh no. I'll be back. Yeah.
Thank goodness we got that DVR so we could just pause the show. You
can edit all of it out, right?
Oh, sure, but I wouldn't bother. I mean, does it really, like, when you're the only person I truly know listens to it with any regularity, so does it really bother you? And there's
No, I think it's funny. I like watching and listening to gaming podcasts when you feel like you're at someone's game with all of most of the
I tried watching some. I'm not trying to name names because I don't even remember them, but some of them are really dry.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them feel like they don't know each other, which they might not. Because I've also been trying to look for inspirational type things.
It's fun to hear the varying levels of people who literally have their iPhone sitting in the middle of a table.
You mean how they record?
How like just the various levels of production to the people that clearly have like they're paying someone a lot of money for editing, and they have all sorts of Foley, and they have soundtrack music going, and voice modulators and stuff like that. Yeah. I can't listen to those because then you just end up with just bad radio shows, poorly acted.
No, they're just radio dramas.
Yeah, and it's not like you have people who are good at it doing it. You have us trying to do it really, really, really hard.
I say all the ones that I've watched, aside from the ones that have big productions and have, that show that has the voice actors, that show. But I saw some mothership ones, and let me tell you, ours is really good because I was watching those. Todd Moonbeam or whatever.
Oh God, that one, yes, the Tuesday night games.
Yeah,
that's
You can't name names.
I name names. I don't care. Todd, you ever, come slow me here. I'll show you how it's done a little bit. So yeah, I stand by. Watch our show, Mr. Moonbeam.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to edit all this out.
YouTube,
right.
Steve.
No, you're fine. I probably won't. I'm too lazy. Plus, it's not me saying it; it's you. So.
Yeah, it's me. Come at me, bro. It's all in good fun. So
I apologize, Amy. Did you want to hack or anything like that while you were tapped in through Ross's Wi-Fi? Wireless access point?
I mean, I feel like we're finding out the information that we need to, right? Already. So I feel okay with when taking the driver's seat and finding out what we need to. Well, Ditch puts the thing together. We're all gonna go and do our assault soon with the Hoover and
The Hoover.
the
Yep, we're on it.
the attack on the power grid, and it'll be great.
Assault on the void.
Okay. Works for me.
Next week's episode.
Then we come back from commercial break. It's that slurping sound of Ross decoupling with the local station computer. Leaving you guys without local Wi-Fi.
I think
it is the RAP, otherwise known as the Ross access point, has been disabled.
The RAP got zapped.
The Ross RAP. Leaving you guys in this depressurized kind of hub module, connector module. In my head, it's kind of small, but I think in some of your guys' heads, it's kind of big. I'm not really sure, because I did say like airport, which kind of puts big. And I like the idea of it being bigger now for some reason, so...
Space Gary's truck stop is the Nexus.
Exactly. It's like
quadrant.
the Buc-ee's or whatever it is. Isn't that it? The truck stop Buc-ee's? I don't know.
Gamma Hydra 7.
Gamma Hydra. Anyway, we're coming back from commercial. I keep getting distracted. My ADD. My apologies, players and listeners for that matter.
You are, Brian.
Yeah, I am. Fast cuts. A lot of fast cuts, MTV style.
I picture the overall station as like the size of a couple of malls smashed together, and
Works
then
for me.
the place where they're building the void is like the size of a food court in my head.
Perfect.
I hope there's a chess king. Yeah, I need some new reds.
Lawrence Julius.
And Orange Julius.
God, I'd love one of those right now.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had one.
A creamsicle. Very much like a
Yeah.
creamsicle.
I think there's one in the Cross Gates Mall, so truck on down.
Hmm.
No plug.
There's a
local
smoothie
plug.
place at the Anchorage 5th Avenue Mall, and
Ooh.
good. I don't remember what they were called, but they were just smoothies. Get those giant straws, bigger than your thumb.
Mhm.
So now that we've all thoroughly distracted ourselves again, you guys find yourself in this hub area. How do you guys wish to proceed? To your, I don't know. I don't like making maps particularly for Monster of the Week, but you both exits kind of end up in a large concourse where there would be some shops and other things like that. Very airport-esque. Maybe some food court, more not food court stuff, but just some foods like a Mrs. Pretzels or whatever. Space Annie's Pretzels. Now part of the Starbucks collection of restaurants. Anyway, they would both end up on this kind of large concourse on either side of it. So you'd end up in the same place. It is a hub kind of concourse where there's some obviously areas to go off, back to the pods and the hibernation areas. And further down, you would end up at the maintenance hangars and stuff like that. But it is creepily, like, kind of powered off. Like, all the shops are dead. And it has lost pressure. So it's basically in a vacuum right now. You guys do have the artificial gravity, I should say that. So you're not just floating around.
Is there any indication? I know I'm listening on comms, but is there any indication of that they intentionally cut the power in the way they did or destroyed things, or is it just the portal is drawing away power in such a way that it's causing all these problems?
Oh, my hand's all weird. Wynn would have been able to ascertain that they clearly shunted power and shut off power to major sections on purpose.
Okay.
Basically decoupling them power-wise from the main infrastructure to stop them from feeding and just shut them down very abruptly. He wasn't really able to ascertain how, which is to say whether or not they used archaic methods of shutting the power off. But yeah.
Ripping power cables out of the wall and running them down the hallway.
Exactly. You actually don't see any of that, I guess, as I should say. You don't see any like long cables strewn around. It basically looks like a mall corridor concourse that's been shut down. And it's just as dark. So you guys would be scanning around with like headlamps, little spotlight headlamps around this darkened room and seeing all these storefronts and things like that. Wynn and Amy and Ross, for that matter.
Hello.
Hello. What's up?
No.
Oh, you're.
I don't know.
Ross is calling out.
Yeah, he's. Well, they got to know we're here, so.
Oh no, they definitely know you're there.
Yeah. So. And we determined there's no survivors, correct? Or that we know of.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Still Gary so far.
Just Gary's it that we know, and we surmise a lot of people are in the hydroponic garden. Remember?
Yes, it seems like they've put most their victims. They've collected them and piled them up in the hydroponics garden.
Just to retcon a bit.
Yep.
Did they do anything to the bodies besides just did they drain them? Unless I misheard, were they victims of a ritualistic?
You know, that's a great question. Nobody asked that. Yes.
Oh, that's just freaky.
Yes. Their eyes
look
blackened and sunken in, and their bodies look strangely emaciated, almost like sucked dry.
Oh, all right, because this affects me. So I don't call out. That's pretty horrific. So, armed with that knowledge, very stealthily.
Oh no, I forgot to turn my camera back.
Michael. Yeah. Is Ditch still working on this ye old leaf blower, sucker?
Yeah, he's back on the ship right now. It's funny you ask because
I'm like, we need some reinforcements, so I'm gonna.
So you need a leaf blower.
Yes.
Ross,
bye.
You get a ping from Oh My God, Sweetie. In fact, you get 3 pings from Oh My God, Sweetie that your ship has detected 3 ships pop in to the local vicinity.
Oh no.
I relay this to everybody open on our comm channel. Ditch, be careful.
Should I?
And I'll say that line. We have company.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, I forgot to mention this before we. I know this is an inopportune time, but also talked with Grace about this, and I would like to incorporate the hooks idea concept into Monster of the Week, and in so doing, I want you to try, and every time you want to try and use luck, incorporate your hook if possible. I want to try and incorporate your hook as a caveat, or like a hang on to using luck.
Alrighty.
What would that look like, for
Yeah.
example?
Well, just like say when last time when you had the in Impulse Drive, when there was the old military buddies that came in and basically just swooped in and
the
saved your
calamity.
asses. That's kind of what I had in my head at the time. But maybe you got. I mean, if you don't like the idea, I'm more than. It was
Are
just
you
my
saying
thought of trying to incorporate hooks with the overall Monster of the Week mechanic of luck.
I get it. I like it.
Is it like making the hooks or making the luck use sexy?
Yes.
Yeah, instead of just apropos of nothing, you win. Instead of it just being an I win button, at least has some narrative behind it to it.
Instead of it just I stop that damage or I
Yeah.
do this automatically, make it really interesting.
Yeah.
To connecting it to other stuff. That's okay. Cool. I like that idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot we had luck.
Right?
Too, even though I've looked at it. The character sheet.
I like luck as a mechanic because it does get your butt out of some problems and you can use it narrative. Anyway, so Ditch, yeah, you would also definitely recognize that 3 ships popped into the local space.
For me to look to see what they are, am I the only one that could because I'm on the ship? Or could
Ross can kind of get some idea because he has that vibe with the ship.
Because I'm conflicted over stopping what I'm doing to look, or if I should just keep going and then.
So, if Ditch voices this, I can, as he's working, I will relay to everyone on the comms what I see via s2e02.
Okay. Yeah, Amy and Wynn, you would both, I guess, now know that the 3 ships popped into local area space.
Are they like marauder ships? Are they cargo ships like we've seen? Or are they predators?
There are 3 different makes and models, but they're all variants of effectively. What's the word I'm looking for?
Firefight class.
Yeah, they're all like capital class battle. No.
Imperial
civilian transport ships. Things that could be used for short haul cargo stuff. Your Firefly type ships.
These are regular ships.
Yeah.
No modifications that I asked s2e02 to scan. They're not like, oh, this is a thruster module, but meanwhile it's like, oh no, that's a weapon. You know what I mean? Are they like dressed as cargo, or they actually are cargo transport ships?
By all external appearances, they seem like cargo ships. Okay. They seem to be completely ignoring "Oh my God, sweetie," and are approaching the space station.
Just a reminder, the Void followers tended to use ships like this. They didn't really have their own. They just used what they could find, I think. So,
right.
Yeah, I was
could just
going
be a
to
whole
ask
bunch more of them.
if Russ could tell if there was were living bodies on board.
Yeah. Does s2e02 have that capability to scan for life form?
Let me think.
We
I think we've done it before.
We have done it before, yeah.
Oh, we have, right? I think we have, yeah. Yeah, we have. I have the narrative scan.
Tell exactly who they are, their blood
Oh,
type, their
Yeah.
height, weight.
Who's doing it?
Rob's doing all of
Ross?
it.
Give me a sharp.
Sure. Okie dokie.
I'm sticking to my mission.
All right. That's pretty sharp. Yes, me. Laser sharp.
No, more Foley. More Foley.
Oh, Foley, yeah, hang on.
We're turning this to a radio drama, remember? There we go. Beautiful. That's gets the inspirational juices flowing.
Who needs a
Oh, I
budget?
believe it.
Yeah. Foley schmoly.
Now in my head, it's like, although he doesn't have like accent or anything, it's like this focusing in and out as it like scans back and forth across the ship. You can kind of see these silhouettes. You're trying to ascertain whether or not they're living. Right. What constitutes living? Do you need to know if they have a soul or anything like that? Or you can tell that there seem to be bipedal, corporeal beings in the ship, standing up, just in the same way that you would have, I guess, for lack of a better term, mistaken the previous people that you shot for being human people.
So we really don't have a real thorough scanner. Doesn't like a scanner. Like here, I'm gonna get technical, but okay. Because what makes a human like if we scan for life forms, right, and we scan for would it come with like mass, body weight, and organic material, would it all say, oh, this is 75% humanoid or 100% humanoid, or do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
I do understand what you're saying.
Is s2e that technical? Is that our software? Is our narrative scanner that plot specific?
It's a great question. And I would say, given you're 12, yeah. In my head, it was like an MRA, kind of like an MRI, where you would kind of see the silhouettes of things, with layer to layer within the scan. But you rolled a 12. It was a total success. You are able to get some thermals across those silhouettes, those outlines that you see in the scans, and no, they do not seem to be giving off any kind of body heat that you would expect from actual people.
Important safety tip, everybody. They're not registering like traditionally. So, Ditch, how far are you with the ye old suck and blow?
I'm not sure.
I'll ask the universe.
I've been working steadily.
You absolutely. I ask only one thing.
Yes.
I need you to describe this apparatus, Ditch.
Okay. I'm gonna send I've already been doing this, looking this up.
Because we like homework.
I'm sending one image that hopefully illustrates the general idea here. It's a Dyson vacuum stick. Yep.
There it is.
So it's going to look like that canister with like a trigger. And it also has the wide end for a broader...
That's kind of future-y too.
Yeah.
In like a 60s future way.
That's Dyson.
Yeah.
This would be in 1990.
People at home. There you go.
It's probably true that Dyson actually... this is probably exactly what we're talking about. They've created ghost suckers.
Didn't we work for Dyson?
Who's we?
Yes.
We worked for Dyson.
Yes, you did.
That's right. And was it in the Mothership game?
Mothership.
Yeah.
So obviously their plan is working. They've already gotten in there. That's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, really, it's just you needed to create a mobile vacuum. The real trick, Ditch, was the filtration system, right? Because that's really, HEPA just doesn't cover what you're looking for.
No.
Uh,
And I put an R49 xenon compressor in there too to really squeeze those molecules into. It could get a little heavy, but I figure I could probably fit 200 of those
200.
ghost creatures in there. It'll just be hard. It'll be too heavy. Technically, too heavy to lift. I don't think I'm gonna have to do 200, but I think a good couple dozen without a problem. And there's a little clear. It's clear too, so you could see them.
You can see the haunted faces against the glass.
Because I'm gonna keep them.
Plastic glass.
I mean, after this, when we get done with this, I'm gonna build a little storage container in the ship to put these away in.
Yeah, the weight of compressed incorporeal consciousnesses do add up.
Yep.
Does my soul want a little food?
It worked for the Ghostbusters just fine until the government got involved.
Fucking government.
So Walter Peck got involved.
Taking our jibs.
Bureaucracy.
Till Dickless over here. What? Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
So yeah, if I'm done with it, I will start heading back into the ship to find them.
As you head back, as you EV back, the ships that blipped in, as they approach, they seem to be coming in way too fast, and you notice that
oh shit,
all of them bury their noses into the space station near that hangar, the hangar module.
Kamikaze the hangar?
Not exactly.
Because you said buried their noses. I thought,
Yeah, yes. I mean, ultimately, yes. They rammed modules, but it didn't destroy the module. They're kind of stuck themselves into it.
Mm-hmm.
However that works in physics. Make up your own minds.
Do we hear that? We hear
we probably feel
Amy,
it.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Amy, Ross, and Wynn, you definitely all would feel the the structure shudder violently. That Star Trek moment as you guys will have to shimmy around on camera as the ship vibrates from it. Act under pressure. All three of you, give me an act under pressure.
Under pressure.
Amy, success.
Is that sharp, right?
It's cool.
Cool.
You should be able to just click the word "cool" by it, and it'll.
It just doesn't do anything. Oh, I'm a dingus. Sorry. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, I was not prepared for that. I knew it was coming, but I wasn't loose. I was too tense.
In the shuddering, the whole structure kind of lists a bit as the gravity can't compensate for the impacts, and Ross, you are smashed into the side of one of the like the kiosks, the storefronts, kind of breaking some glass and falling inside right before the ship rights itself. When with your mixed success you're able to right yourself, but I'm going to give you a hard choice. You can either lose one of your weapons or take damage.
Lose as in like drop, or lose as in it's broken?
Let's go with broken. I don't want you to have to go and find it again or anything like that. So let's say you like fall on it and
damage.
it breaks your fall, or your bones break your fall. Okay. And Amy, you're fine. You're like, oh.
Good call, Bobby.
Mhm.
Keep the guns. Always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if, since I failed, what happens to Ross? Because I think I should be banged up.
You should be.
Yeah.
You find yourself tangled inside this shop. It looked like they sold weird space trucker knickknacks. Like make the universe great again apparel, stuff like that.
It's Natalie.
I'm
Sorry.
glitching out again. You're fine. And you kind of smashed your shoulder on one of the apparel racks, causing yourself to take 2 damage.
Okay.
So you are pretty banged up.
Oh, tchotchkes are embedded in my shoulder.
Exactly. There's this bobblehead embedded in
Bob,
that.
I'm just gonna say bobblehead. Yeah, it's like make the universe great again.
I mean, I've got DIY surgery. You want me to try and?
Oh, I think the last time it didn't you hurt me bad. I don't.
You're one away from being unstable, though, right?
Oh yeah.
It did hurt you bad, I believe.
Yeah. I'm one. Well, was it unstable 4 or is it 3?
4.
I forget.
4.
I'm 2. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you took 1 before and you're taking 2 now.
No, because I rolled it. We said if it was a success.
that's
Yeah, we did a gradient.
But
Yep.
Thank you for keeping tabs.
Yeah, and trying to hurt me. Yeah, thanks.
I just assume the worst.
No, that's fine. Thank you. No, not yet. Will no. Just until I need you to hurt me more, which I do like. Trust me, but not right now.
I don't know. There may be a duty-free shop or something that you might be able to find.
Oh yeah,
some help, man. I
a
don't know.
med kit. I'll be on the lookout for med kits. Video game. I just
100% now. Okay. Unfortunately not, but party? Ross, or sorry, not Ross, did you probably relay, I assume, to them that, shit's about to happen or something's going on? Did you guys feel that?
Yeah. Is everybody okay? I think those ships just embedded themselves. You're fine, right, guys? I'm on my way.
So far.
Good.
I just flicked a bobblehead stuck in my shoulder.
It's on audio, so I don't know. What's happening.
You just hit.
What are those weird sounds? Anyway.
That's my second head.
With Ross saying that, I'm not really gonna. That's not a concern.
Yeah, don't. Just
Whatever,
Yeah. It's all full of shit.
So I'm just hauling my butt over to them. If I can
What
find them.
is that weird sound? Actually, is probably you're thinking Ross and Amy and Wynn, because the structure has started to give off this almost resonant hum as the building itself begins to shake ever so slightly, but it does feel like it's slowly but surely climbing in intensity, increasing in
That's
intensity.
not good.
Is that like a hum, evil cult void hum, the great one, old one hum, or is that like structure is weakening?
It's
Well,
like
can
that.
you reconnect your rap and maybe we can Check out the cameras. Sorry, what were you gonna say, Michael?
No, you're fine. I was just gonna say it's like that. Like when you're hooking your speakers up and you touch the wires and you give your own 60 hertz. You know, it's like that. It's like, but it's like really low gain, so it's just real. But it's slowly being turned up. But it's starting to shake the building a little bit, or the structure a little bit.
Is it constant or is it pulsing?
I'm gonna go with constant.
Okay.
Were you trying to wrap into the system again?
Yeah, I guess I talk to. Are we waiting for Ditch to get with his contraption here, and then do you want me to plug into the system again?
Well, I was figuring if you can plug in, then we can at least watch before they get here. 'Cause
Okay.
They're probably headed towards us, right?
So I'm gonna on Amy's. I'm gonna go try to find a terminal, some kind of access point.
You'd be able to easily.
Okay. All right. Oh. Here we go again. Space Leather Man. Pick the other thumb.
Better hope for the best, because you might just kill yourself.
Yeah. But I've done this before. I know what I'm doing. I hope.
You do take 1 damage.
Oh, I'm a bit woozy. Oof.
He kind of collapses
Oh, that could hurt you. Are you okay?
into the terminal, but you
Yeah.
guys do get access.
No, I bled for your technology access.
Yeah, my head just like leaned
thanks.
over it.
Thanks.
Keep going there.
He's like, thanks. Let me just climb over you. I sacrificed myself for your technological sin.
I duct tape his hand to the terminal and just push him out of the way.
Fuckers. You fuckers.
Okay.
Also get to live.
Ross, you can make it. I keep saying Ross. Ditch, you can make it back. But things are really fucky as you enter the main concourse. You are definitely feeling and hearing that hum as it resonates through the superstructure of the station.
Do you have any idea what it is, or is it something I could potentially just figure out maybe generally? Like I've heard it before, techno-wise.
Well, you do have wrap access. If you want to just try and figure out what they're doing, but
Okay.
So feel free to investigate a mystery.
Okay. So I've caught up to these guys, and I can now push. I could push Ross aside myself.
Yeah.
And work over his shoulder while disregarding his sacrifice. Okay.
Typical.
We're doing investigate a mystery, right? Or act. Right.
That's what I was gonna do, but I apologize. Was Amy or Wynn gonna do that before you?
Amy
No,
said something.
I was joking about pushing him out of the way.
Oh, okay.
Nobody's trying to actually push forward.
Amy, were you already going in to check out what that was before I got there, or while I was getting there?
Oh, I was gonna check on the cameras to try and see if I could figure it out. Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Do that first.
Yeah, go for it. Are you trying to hack anything or anything like that? Because yes, you can.
No, I'm just trying to use the wrap to check that out, basically.
Wynn will tell you not to look in the maintenance hatch if you can avoid it.
Yeah, that creepy. Yeah.
Oh my.
My numbers are bad numbers.
Mixed success. So I'm gonna interpret that as in you weren't entirely able to keep your curiosity in your pocket, and do look in. So, roll weird for me.
No, I don't want to. Okay.
You guys would see her become entranced, looking at her own console, her own terminal. You would see what happened to you when happened to Amy. She would go into this kind of
I'll
catatonic
shake
trance
her
state.
once I realize that's what happened. I'll give her a shake.
Whoops.
Take 1 harm,
See?
Amy.
Ow.
Psych harm.
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They you can see that they you aren't really sure how they've done it, but they've started to overload the portal, and they are clearly trying to it seems like they're trying to create a permanent rift here between space and not space. Which is bad.
Hey guys, how about one of you take this and I will try to cut all power to the station.
I'll grab whatever he hands me. I'm assuming it's the vacuum cleaner.
It's the stick, yeah.
It's a stick.
Dyson Technology stick.
I look at it and like, is there an obvious trigger on it?
Yo, yeah, just pull the trigger. It's just like
That's
yeah. And then I point that you could also just there's the switch to make it blow out.
if I have them in the canister, will it empty the canister?
No. That's a different
Okay.
function. Yeah. No.
Okay.
You just need
Just
to
making
blow.
sure that I'm not gonna
Yeah.
shoot.
It's got a pretty strong push on it, so if you need to move some leaves around or some detritus in the hallway or possibly even a small humanoid, it might work.
I'm confused. Are you sent me a picture of a vacuum, but you want it to be a leaf blower, but it has to contain the people
Like a vacuum.
like a vacuum.
Or a
It's
leaf
just got
blower
a
with an
leaf blower
attachment on it,
function.
because there are the leaf blower vacuums.
Yeah.
Well, I guess in my head, I just need to know which one you're trying to. Are you trying to suck them up or blow them away?
Yeah, no, this is suck. I
Do
thought
both.
putting reverse on it, but that might be too much to ask right now. So yeah, suck them up. Suck them up, suck them in.
That's for the next
Store 'em
sprint.
away. Yeah, the version 2.
Okay, perfect. I was just a little confused in my head what was happening because anyway, there's nothing preventing you or impeding you guys from outside of the shutter that's currently occurring. From getting to that hub, that hangar bay. It's a bit of a jog for you guys, but there's nothing stopping you from getting there.
Could I try to cut the power to the station in a harsh way, quick and dirty?
I don't
Grab the
know. What do you
wires,
got in your
shorting.
head?
Just grabbing like some power mains, like literally doing the damage that I thought that they would have been doing, like rip open the wall, find power mains, and like tie them together.
Okay.
Even if it's for a short time or something like that, just to disrupt the thing they're doing.
You're gonna need Ross to rip open the wall panels to get into the guts. Because he's
Ross,
monstrous, right? Doesn't he have that strength?
Yes, I do. I have the unholy strength. Yes.
Oh yeah, totally. Hey Ross, could you rip this panel off, or just this seam in this wall?
Oh, pleasure.
I think that there would be the.
Yes.
How you feeling, Ross? Did you get health?
No, I'm woozy.
Doesn't that mean you have to roll with disadvantage or something?
Well, I'm at 3. 4 is
there's
unstable.
no disadvantage or advantage. That's what am I talking about?
Right, yeah. I think if I'm unstable, that would come into play. That kind of -1 or something. Right? I'm at 3. So.
Well, let's see what happens.
Okay, I get to roll, because I have unholy strength, I can roll weird instead of tough when I kick some ass. So.
That's fine. Whatever. We're being a little fast and loose. Ross, I'm gonna continue to beat you up because it's fun.
Of course.
You tear the
I love
panel off, but it takes all of your energy out of you. You can see it like tear at his own flesh. In my head, it's like this. Like you glopped your head. Like I don't know. For some reason, you have very monstrous features in my head, very Cronenbergian monstrous features, and it just kind of glorped onto the panel, and you tore it off with all of your strength.
Well, I shapeshifted to do that, so I just.
There you go. More Foley, please. Perfect. Exactly. Hold on, I got some celery to crack.
Yeah, right.
Coconut.
The hell that was.
So you have access, Ditch.
Oh, okay. Then I'm looking for the biggest.
And you're hurt more, by the way. Ross, sorry. Go ahead.
So what is
the biggest? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Not. Am I at 4 now? Harm or?
Yeah, no, you're pretty fucked up now. Yeah.
Okay, so 1 stable. Gotcha. 10-4. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, Ross, I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm looking for the biggest, most primary conduits running through here, and I'm going to merge them, which should really cause.
Well, the real issue is this is a powered down section. You're gonna have to try and hook it up first, and then cross the wires. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Can I hook it up anywhere near here, or do I have to?
Yeah, no, the panel gives you access.
Okay.
You're just gonna have to act under pressure to get the wiring back.
Okay. Is it possible that I've read about this sort of thing before with all my training?
Sure.
Okay. Still a mix.
As you go to shunt the or turn the power back on, you electrocute yourself. But the power for the main facility goes out. Even RAP goes down as the entire structure loses power, as you have caused a major disruption in the overall power of the station. The hum drops dramatically at this action. There's still a low-grade hum, and it seems to be sitting there at the moment, not becoming increasingly terabad.
Did it take any damage?
Did you take any damage? Yes, you took 1 damage.
Okay. Ouch. Yeah.
A little crispy.
I'm picturing some movie, maybe it's more than one movie, where somebody's like doing very quickly electrical rewiring, and they like keep sparking and shocking themselves. And I want to say it was like in Indiana Jones, but I don't know if that would make any sense. Anyway,
I feel like I've seen this scene a couple dozen times.
Yeah, it's probably done a lot of things. I think that's what's happening. It's like scow.
It's a montage of electronics.
Mm-hmm.
Little smoke whiffs coming off.
Sparks. Yeah. So that should stop the portal, at least for now. I think we need to get in there and really take them out. I'll pull out my laser pistol. That's very small.
That's the idea.
Okay. The wind hefts his vacuum cleaner.
I was say, how heavy is this vacuum cleaner?
It's pretty light, but it's going to get heavier with every thing you suck in there and compress.
You guys want to try to do this in the next 7 minutes?
See what happens.
Yes. Should we? Probably not. It's going to take us longer than 7 minutes.
Fair enough.
But I'm down.
As you get back up, dust yourself off a bit, Ditch. Amy, you see through the window, one of the access hatch windows that they've shut off, that they've closed off the main corridor. There seems to be a congregation of these humanoids in their suits on the other side of the door.
Like how many?
10.
Oh. So all the other ones.
What's that? Yes.
So
Yes,
all the
yes,
other
yes.
ones than the two we shot. Oh gosh. Okay. Look alive, guys. Oof.
Look
Oh.
alive.
I have passed out.
Yeah, Ross is a little iffy.
I'll give Ross a shake to help them.
This might be Win. This might be time for you to see what you can do.
Yeah.
It's not going to get better.
Yeah, I didn't know if we wanted to puncture the suits before or just start vacuuming.
No, I meant with Ross. Giving Ross healing.
Oh yeah,
him.
surgery.
Yeah.
Healing him.
Yeah, some
So I was
adrenaline
looking
shot.
at
I'd forgot about Wrath.
I was looking at that. First aid heals 1 point for a single injury.
Okay. What was
My DIY surgery adds on to first aid. When you do quick and dirty first aid on someone, including yourself, roll plus cool. On a 10, it's all good. It counts as normal first aid plus stabilize the injury and heal 1 harm. So it would actually heal 2 harm if I roll 10 plus.
Okay.
If I roll a 9 to 8, it counts as normal first aid plus one of the choices. And that's where it gets dangerous.
I'm already unstable, so what's the worst that could happen?
All right.
Oh, don't ask that.
The nanites will take care of me. It's okay.
Okay.
So, did I think I just rolled a 20. Did I?
7.
Mixed success.
I did it once. Okay. All right. So mixed success is stabilize the injury, but the patient takes -1 forward.
Okay.
Heal an additional 1 and stabilize for now, but it will return as 2 harm and become unstable again later. Heal 1 and stabilize, but the patient takes -1 going on ongoing until it's fixed properly.
Okay. Basically -1.
So either you take a -1 and you get to heal 2. How to fix it properly, I don't know though.
You got to get back in your alcove.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the time? So I'd have to go back there while they take care of this?
Well, you just had -1 going forward until you did.
Yeah. Do that. If that's fine. So heal 1 and take a -1 going forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you heal 2.
Oh, 2.
Oh.
Okay. Redo. Oh. I'm sorry, I'm a
1
little
for
flat.
the first aid and then 1 for my DIY surgery.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay. So I'll have a -1 going forward. Okay. Got it. Thank you.
And that makes sense as to why the other one is you get 2 harms back later on
Okay.
and become unstable again. So that one's more of a temporary deal.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
guys,
Thank you.
Amy, as you stare through the window, you can kind of see in the background. It looks like some some suits, like empty, crumpled suits, have been accumulated near the portal, and you kind of watch in horror as the that black smoke pours out slowly but surely from the portal itself, and inflates another 8 of the suits, and they become ambulatory and walk towards the door as well. And that's your cliffhanger, guys.
Oh
Ah!
Mm,
no. Oh no.
Okay.
grenades.
Grenades, yeah.
Grenades, solver of all problems. Do you want to run
Mhm.
through end of game real quick?
Sure.
Should be pretty quick. If I can remember where it is. End of session. Did you conclude the current mystery? No. Did they save someone from certain death or worse? No. Did we learn something new and important about the world? Sadly, no. You guys might not get experience. Did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
I can interface.
Then you all get 1 experience because
Yeah.
we got the Ross wrap.
The Ross wrap, yes, it can use me as a hotspot.
Access
Wi-Fi
point, yeah,
hotspot.
hotspot.
A hotspot.
Yep.
Appropriately named hotspot.
Oh, zinger.
Da-doom. Thank
It's a
you.
good one. It's a good.
Guys,
Thank you and good night.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
Have a
thank
good
you,
evening.
Michael. That was fun.
I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thank
We
you
had
for
fun.
guys for always making it interesting. So,
Oh, it's always fun.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Yeah.
Good night.
good evening,
care,
guys.
buddy.
Have a good one.
Bye.